What is up, YouTube? I'm 40 So I'm very excited for this one because we actually have our first look at the OCG messing around with the new Machina cards. So for those of you that don't know, the Machina structure deck recently just came out in the OCG. We got a major upgrade for the Machina archetype, actually kind of allowing this deck to functionally play differently. So we'll walk through this, we'll show off each card, we'll talk about all the new things that they got. So we have two copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, of course. One copy of the Machina Aerator, so you can discard one other Machina monster to special summon this card from your hand. During your opponent's turn quick effect, you can target one Machine monster you control, special summon one Machina monster from your deck with a equal or lower level to that monster, but with a different name. And if you do, destroy the targeted monster. So basically, you get to bring out one, and you get a pop on something. So it allows you to call for friends, essentially. Then we have triple copies of Machina Citadel. So this is our new bad, cool guy. So cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summoned by a card effect. Quick effect, you can target one Machina or one Machine monster you control. Destroy that machine and all monsters your opponent controls with less attack than or equal to that monster. Free board wipes. I like that. If a face-up machine monster you control or controls, except Machina Citadel, is destroyed by card effect or battle, while this card is in your graveyard, and special summon this card. You can only use each effect of Machina Citadel once per turn. 3K gives you the ability to pop multiple monsters that your opponent has, and it floats back. Seems pretty good to me. We have one copy of the OG Machina Fortress with triple gear frame to search for Citadel. Then we have triple copies of the Machina Irradiator? Yeah. So you can discard one other Machina monster and special summon this card from your hand. You can target one Machine monster you control, special summon one machine from your graveyard with equal or lower level than that monster, but a different name. And if you do, destroy the targeted monster. You can only use each effect of Machina Irradiator once per turn. Just pop it on out, bring out something from your graveyard if need be. Extenders. Alright, that's what this deck's good for. Then the card that's a promo that's going to be a little bit for us to get. Machina Metal Crunch. If you control no face-up monsters, you can normal summon this card without attributing, but it becomes 1900. If this card is normal or special summon, you can reveal 3 Earth monsters from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to add to your hand, and you shuffle the rest into your deck. It's like this is Gear Frame, but on special summon, which is really good. We have 2 copies of Machina Possess Storage. So if this card is normal or special summon, you can target one Machina in your graveyard, except for Possess Storage, special summon in defense mode, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. You target one other Machine monster you control and one spell trap card your opponent controls. Return them to the hand. So you get a free bounce, and you get to reload up monsters for you to use your effects on. Alright, that's pretty okay. We have triple Maxi, and we have triple copies of Machina Reformation. So you can discard one card to add 2 Machina monsters with different names from your deck to your hand, or you can discard one Machina card to add 2 Machina cards with different names. So this, if you don't have a Machina card you want to discard, you can recruit for 2 monsters, or you can discard a Machina card to add Machina spells and traps from your deck to your hand. Basically, you get the ability to search for this. We have triple Battle Desires, triple copies of Infinite Permanents, and we have triple Machina Overdrive. Target one Machine monster you control, special summon one Machina monster with a different name from your hand or deck. If you do, destroy the targeted monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target 3 of your Machine monsters that are banished and are in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw a card. So effectively, get to beam out another target, or we get draw power to recycle our engine. It's pretty good, honestly. Then we have triple Skill Drain, the card that makes this deck actually amazing. Triple copies of Solemn Judgment, and then we have 2 Trap Tricks, because beaming this out or imperm is basically what we want on our deck. Then we have 1 Topological Drisbania, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 copy of the IP, 1 Anger Knuckle, 1 Boral Sword, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Juggernaut, 1 Gustav Max, 1 Gingdari, 1 Utopia the Lightning, 1 Gustav Dora the Explorer, 1 Utopia, and 1 Dingrisu with 1 Abyss Dweller. Side deck here. We have triple Lancia, 2 Scythe, 2 Nibiru, 1 copy of Token Collector. I don't even... How relevant are tokens actually that you would be siding for this? Because I do think that this is a very good card for tokens, but like, once again, what are we worried about that we would be citing this for? I don't know, just me. 1 Feather Duster, 1 Lightning Storm, 2 Urgent Schedule, and triple copies of Sanctum, wrapping up the abusable, fun Machina deck. Now, like I said, I like that this deck still very much feels like a control deck. Basically, Citadel gives you amazing control. Literally, pop anything on the field that is 3k or under. Seems pretty good to me. And then, you know, if I have another machine monster, this guy gets to float on back to the field. Now, Robbie wants this to be not once per turn, but, you know, we can't always get what we want in life. So, very, very nice. This gives me some ideas for things that I want to mess around in the near future here. I mean, we can very much adapt this to a TCG version. Obviously, you kick out things like Maxis, go down to 1 skill drain, and I think you can have something very doable for this. So, honestly, it's machines. All right, next up, we have Monarchs. Now, the OCG has been getting back all of their Monarch cards very slowly. Now, look at this. This card, we don't have this. We don't worry about this. We still have Pantheism Limited. I don't know why. I don't know what we're so worried about that we have to keep this, you know, locked away. Now, if you guys don't remember, this whole deck revolves around Domain. Domain says, while you have no cards in your extra deck, and you are the only player that controls or tribute summon a monster, your opponent cannot spot summon monsters from the extra deck. You also get to give a monster, tribute summon monster 800 attack during damage calculation, and you can reduce the level of one monster 2800 attack and defense in your hand by 2. The thing we care about here is locking the opponent's extra deck. I mean, your opponent can beat this card just by having a tribute summon monster. Malicious. So, we have triple copies of the Heavenly Squire, triple copies of Aether the Heavenly Monarch, 1 copy of Eidos, triple copies of Erebus, and triple copies of this. I literally think opening up Vanity's Fiend with any sort of, you know, lock on your opponent is GG. Like, sometimes it happens. We have 2 Chicken Game, triple copies of Domain of the True Monarchs, triple copies of March of the Monarchs. Yeah, this plus Vanity's Fiend is literally just GG on your opponent. We have 2 1-for-1, triple copies of Pantheism, triple copies of Tenacity, with 1 Terraforming, triple copies of Stormforth, 1 Trade-In, triple Upstart Goblin, 1 copy of Escalation. So once per turn during your opponent's main phase or your opponent's battle phase, you can, okay, so yeah, immediately after this effect resolves tribute summon. So imagine you just open up a perfect world where you have this in your hand, you wait for your opponent to start doing things, and then you just roll this out. Oh, that's so cute. And then we have 2 Prime Monarch. No side deck, of course, because our very good card penalizes us, like Erupt. We have 2 Gamma Seal, 2 Jinzo Man, triple Majesty's Fiend, triple Trap Eater, 1 Frost Blast, 1 Twin Twisters, and triple Evenly Matched, wrapping up this bad boy. Then the last list we have here. This is another Unchained list. Now, earlier in the week, we saw this deck actually do well at a regional. I know, so exciting. And they do have more Unchained support coming. They do have Sarama coming, and this deck's actually playing 0 Day. Huh. So we have 2 copies of Unchained Soul Abominable, 1 copy of Codebreaker 0 Day, triple copies of the Dark Soul Banishment, with the 2 copies of Dark Spirit of Malice. Then we have 2 copies of Phantasme, 1 Gadarla, 1 Gamma Seal, 1 Radion, 1 Thunder King Kaiju, 1 Unchained Soul of Disaster, triple Aruha, triple Rakia, and triple copies of Sarama. Then we have Abomination's Prison at 3 and triple copies of Pot of Extrav. Oh no, this is an Extrav deck. The extra deck. No. 1 Chamber, and then we have triple Escape with 1 Heavy Storm Duster, 2 Skill Drain, and triple Torrential Tribute. Down here in the extra deck, we have 2 copies of Unchained Soul of Rage, 2 Anguish, 1 Abomination, 1 Triple Burst, 1 Topological Trisbania, 1 Topological Bomber, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 IP, and then we have the Codebreaker stuff in here, 1 Virus Swordsman and the 1 copy of the Virus Berserker, with the 1 Soldier of Chaos and the 1 Access Code Talker. Side, we have 2 DD Crow, 1 Gizmek, 1 Inspector Border, 2 copies of Kaiser Coliseum, 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance, 2 Compulsory Evacuation Device, triple copies of Summon Limit, and 2 copies of Unending Nightmare, wrapping up your dose of OCG Thursday. So, what do you guys think? please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this week's deck list. And well, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.